Hey everybody, call me Félix. On Lito's Pinoy kitchen, we're flashing back to the time we were served a whole goat 4 ways into 3 traditional Filipino dishes, caldereta, kilawin, and papaitan, whereas the 4th dish was an Indian-style biryani. I will publish individual videos for each of these goat dishes, starting with this one for Kalderetang Kambing, or a hearty tomato-based meat stew. Goat tends to be a popular delicacy in the northern Luzon portion of the Philippines, and specifically in the Ilocos region, it is common to celebrate Christmas by preparing an entire goat into several dishes. Just like that one Christmas, cousin JP diluted the flavor of the goat kilawin with his own brow sweat.
Don't lie. It's freaking good.
When prepared properly, goat is a surprisingly succulent meat for this stew that is every bit as good as beef. If you would like to see my video when we had excellent caldereta, as well as kilawin, papaitan, and biryani, feel free to check out that video by clicking the link at the top or in the description. And for good measure, you can also take a look at our Christmas goat feast at JP's house, minus the biryani. That Christmas video is also the more humorous of the 2 goat feast videos, and just based on such hilarity, it's worth your viewing time.
Now you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it because
A few things to note with this caldereta recipe video. 1, I pieced these clips together from separate occasions we had whole goat. 2, because we used up a whole goat, our portions, for lack of a better term, were fiesta-sized. 3, due to the fiesta sizing of the goat meat, the caldereta simmered in a wide pot, over open flame, charcoal, and firewood in the friendly outdoor confines called the backyard. How romantic. And number 4, staying attuned to the romantic sentiment from which this recipe video was assembled, all the ingredient portion sizes would be roughly approximated, and hence they are not noted here. And just like Dad's way of cooking, we're doing this by ear, experience, and finesse. And number 5, and speaking of the old man, he took a break from all the cooking and let the real kambing experts do their thing while this video dons the brand of Lito's Pinoy kitchen. Old-fashioned textbook capitalist exploitation for you. Now let's get to the cooking. For the cuts of goat you'll want for the caldereta, the most desirable portion is the leg, particularly the shank for the bone marrow, and tender meat sticking to the bone. Since we're using a whole goat, you may see some cuts of the ribs, cartilage intact, stirred around, as well as some semi-gelatinous skin even. As for the rest of the ingredients, we're adding potatoes, carrots, bell peppers, tomato paste, soy sauce, bay leaf, black peppercorns, and salt to taste. Some people like adding liver spread and cheese to thicken the gravy, as well as olives to add textural contrast and a twang to the dish, in the same vein as that one Christmas at JP's place. Feel free to add those accoutrements, but in my opinion, those additions are optional. The actual cooking process is quite simple, even if in our case of fiesta mode, it demands more attention in stirring the ingredients evenly and adjusting the flame manually. Start by marinating the goat meat in soy sauce, bay leaf, and black peppercorns for at least a half hour. Heat the pot with a bit of butter and add the goat, as well as the marinade into the pot. Add some water to aid in cooking and reducing. After an hour of simmering in our cauldron, we added the tomato paste, carrots, and potatoes then. Depending on your serving size, you can probably add them sooner or as the soy sauce has reduced to a certain threshold. After 10 more minutes of simmering and reducing, garnish the caldereta with chickpeas, diced bell peppers, and pineapple slices. Simmer for a couple of minutes until the chickpeas are al dente. And there you have it, an army-sized cauldron of Kalderetang Kambing or goat stew. As for the taste, I reviewed it in depth on the more recent of the 2 goat feast videos I published. In short, the goat was surprisingly tender, fall off the bone good. It speaks volumes to the freshness of the goat and how it was prepared from dispatching to the finish. For my taste, the sauce was well balanced, with the tomato paste taking a back seat to the soy sauce flavor while lending a subtle sweetness and twang to the dish. All the other accoutrements, such as the potatoes, carrots, and chickpeas, add body to this comforting dish. This was bar none the best caldereta dish I had in its elegant simplicity and the freshness of the main ingredients shining through the most. Please let me know in the comments what you think about this caldereta dish. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and better yet, please subscribe for more food and travel videos and everything else in between and out there. Until next time, remember, the empire never ended.